Welcome to the HORDECAST Live, where we are just chilling like we are every Monday. We've got a giveaway coming up tonight, and we're hanging out with the host of SkyV right here, the man himself,
Fuck yeah.
Spitz.
What's
Man,
up, you
thank
guys?
you for all your help that you're doing for all the underground, man. And for anybody that doesn't know your history, can we get a quick rundown of how you got into what you're doing now and in the entertainment?
Yeah,
I know
so
this
like,
guy.
right?
I did a show
So
with
like,
him once.
you did. So
Yeah,
like,
Dope Sick
uh,
last year.
Dope Sick was dope. I'm hoping that everything comes together this year, man. But yeah, hell yeah, bro. I'm glad. Didn't you have fun out there, man, with the cabins and stuff? Hell yeah, bro. But so for me, like, I came from like the hood, you know what I mean? But I was always the geeky kid there. So like, I would do stuff like weird criminal things, like steal the batteries out of the lights that were in the hallway for the fire escape, and then I put it on my bike and take a car stereo that I stole and I duct taped it with house speakers, and I'd be riding around with the house
God
speakers in the
damn.
whole stereo. So I've
That's
always
dope.
done like, yeah, man, I always did like things with electronics and stuff like that. So I ended up being really bad at school, and my I got into a lot of trouble up here and like the gang life type stuff here in Pittsburgh. I'm back in Pittsburgh now, but when I was younger, and my mom sent me to my father's, and ended up he wanted me to do good at school, and he was like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, he's like, "You're always playing video games." So ended up there was this tutor that had a computer business, a computer repair business, and he was a tutor for a school also. So what he did was he would tutor me. If I passed a test, I'd get to build a computer, or he'd teach me about programming. So I got into computer stuff that way, and I feel like computers saved my life from the hood. So now I'm back in the hood because I fucked up my life a lot, you know, with financially and stuff like that. But what I want to do is bridge the things together, like what I learned when I was doing well, when I was on top, and bring it back to the hood and like, you know, make our environment better, get this trash cleaned up and stuff like that. So that's what a lot of what I'm doing is about.
That's bad fucking ass.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Kind of taking, like, kind of finding yourself at a spot where you're kind of, in a rough, and then you take the good shit that really did propel you, that you kind of looked away from and everything, and using that to, I mean, I'm telling you, bro, that sounds like a formula for success to me.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. But yeah, that's
Like a
exactly what it's been.
like a redemption story, man, going full circle.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Because I mean, I've done very well, and I was just doing great. Like with, you know, when we started SkyV, I was still employed. You know what I mean? I was doing wonderful, and then I got let go on Monday. Last Monday. Last Monday I got let go. And then that's when I was like, well, I've done a lot of contracting myself, and that's something that I definitely recommended anybody that has a record, that you would find a niche, find some kind of trade, and specialize in that, because the people will respect your expertise over your record. They're like, yeah, he's this person, but I'm hiring him to do one job. You know what I mean? He can come in here and get this done. So with the computer stuff, because I had this stupid charge, which has kind of gone away now, because it was just pot. But at any rate, I had this charge that affected me getting jobs for a while. And I ended up getting an LLC and starting my own computer business because of that. I never had one customer ever question me. Maybe they will after they see this. But I tell everybody, I know they smell the pot on me. They have to, because this is my medicine. And I am scared of big pharma because I used to be a pill head. So when I got off of that, I barely like even want to take Tylenol or anything, because it just makes me like think back to that. And I love that shit. I hate to say it. I fucking love it. So I can't be by it. You know what I mean? I keep that shit the fuck away from me. All my peoples that I get my bud from, they know, like, if you got anything else for sale, do not tell Matt. Like, don't tell three. Like, he does not want to be involved with that. So like, you know what I mean? Just keep it to the pot for me. You know what I mean? You could tell whatever to whoever else, you know what I mean? But I don't even want to know about it. But yeah, man. So like, I've just had a lot of things in life affect me and make my decision making different now, you know.
That's kind of good though, bro. It sounds like, I mean, you know, like, takes pressure to make a diamond. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like, it's unfortunate that at least like one thing I've learned as an adult, at least, is you have to take those hard lessons and those harsh moments that you survive and everything, and then you get the choice. You can either use that as some fucking sad story and this and that, or you can use it to wise up and toughen up and move forward and make moves, that are going to benefit you in your future, dude. Sounds like that's what you're doing,
Fact.
bro. That's what's up.
Thank you, man. That's exactly how I feel because I mean I've been, through a lot of stuff, so like it made me hard and shit like that. But then I was like, after that, like to really like survive in the society, like I can't act like a dummy full time. Like I can't be ready to just go off on people just because, like, you know what I mean? So I've had to change my life a lot to fit into society, and I get mad really easy. So like, I just went the way of positivity. You guys see, like I put a lot of that into my messages and stuff, and by way of me changing how I think and just letting things go and just like learning that a lot of times when bad things happen, like for now, like I didn't expect to get let go before this podcast. When I talked to you guys about being on the podcast, I had a job. You know what I
That's
mean? So
crazy.
since we talked, I've been fired, but you haven't seen me be sad really on Facebook. You know what I mean? I'm still hitting it hard. I told my wife, I'll put my full energy into my music the same way I'm going to put my full energy into my resume and getting a job. But now, right now, when I don't have a job and we own the house, so we just have to pay taxes and be able to afford food. So I was like,
Fuck
we'll
yeah.
we'll ramp up on getting the studio shit going, and I'll hit the music as hard as I can until I get work. You know what I mean? That way I can put everything in it. So that's why you see me on there every day now. I'm trying to go live. I want to do as much as I can to bring, stuff in so that we can get the ball rolling. So when I have a job, I can be on a schedule and do it. But right now, this is my job. So I'm here every day.
You'll be looking back anyway, because like you got to understand the job's a guaranteed thing. Like you said, that's a trade. You got to trade, dude. Like I got a
Yeah.
lot of friends who got a pass too, but like we work in the kitchen industry, like in fine dining and shit, and it's the
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
fucking
fine
way,
dining
bro.
pizza place.
Nah,
Pizza.
not now, not currently. Okay,
Don't
but in
worry,
the
I fine
past,
dine too.
Thank you so much.
I
yeah.
fine dine.
Nah, but really though, the job will always come. You'll look back at this moment, at these moments, and be like thankful that you used the time that you had free wise as work, because that way, whenever you have a job and shit, that shit that's already done, so that way you don't have to stress so hard. Like, oh, now I'm working
Right.
and I have a wife, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Yeah, and a
badass,
little
bro.
girl and
Pizza's
all that.
good.
Yeah,
This
facts,
guy
man. I'm
down here
trying to get as
munching on
much
his
done.
food. I'm getting distracted by Killa and his fucking eating in his mask. It's
Chips.
funny.
Mine just came in,
It's
man. This food just
lunchtime, dude. It's my
mine.
lunch break. I already had a
My wife just
supervisor
brought
walk in
mine.
here and shit.
I got
How
the
do you think that
zucchinis
looks
on
to
there.
me?
I got the potatoes on there, the zucchinis. She put the steak on there.
God
Like,
damn.
God damn.
my wife just hooked it up, bro. She just came in and dropped this off.
That's awesome.
Let me get a
Hey,
plate, dude. Right now. Hey, let's get a plate over here, please. Come on.
let's get a plate.
I'm just down the highway in Southeast Ohio. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. See? That's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's close. Isn't that close to mom's?
That's close to mom's. Speaking of
I gotta
moms,
go visit
Tonight's
there, man.
episode is sponsored by Moms. I
Yeah,
don't know if you
mom's
know
coming
this,
for
but
you.
of
Tonight's
course, you know
episode is
Moms for
sponsored
the
by.
vast
We
selection of used,
we
lightly
always want
used
to take a quick
dildos and
moment, give a
shit. But
shout
did
out
you
to
know that
moms.
Mom's got
Look at
pizza
I
her.
was
now?
trying to
That's right.
I was
Mom's
trying to
got
find it, but I
pizza.
can't find
You
the
can
app.
bring in your
Oh,
own
this is a
pizza
commercial.
that you ain't eaten
Yeah.
and trade it in
But I
and
don't
get
know how
some
to
new
find it.
pizza at Mom's. Moms will give you new pizza for the old pizza only at Mom's. Get your pone and mo. Grubs to go over only at Mom's. What the fuck your problem? You don't want Mom to make money? We just trying to get Mom some money. She taking that pizza you bring in, we putting it back in the box. We reselling it and making little money. And while you're over here, Moms, don't forget to use those clean bathrooms. We be
Yeah.
working real hard to provide you the finest stuff we can over here, Moms, to sit in and jack off in. We got some beautiful chairs for you to be comfortably sat in while you jack. You might even find one local favorite bootleg dipshit up in the motherfucking one of them seats. Tell him to get him a slice and get the fuck on out. Don't forget, Mom's got food. We love you, Mom. Thanks for sponsoring this episode of the HORDECAST Live. Go to Mom's.
Oh
damn.
yeah.
I plead the
You gotta
fifth.
love moms.
I
Yeah,
swear I
you got
wasn't really in mom's bathroom, but that's neither here nor there.
I got the clean.
Got an episode or like a picture of you in their bathroom if you weren't in their bathroom, bootleg.
I'm just saying that may or may not have been mom's bathroom because
I'm
you
pretty
saw
sure there
how
was
dirty it gets.
somebody wrote in the stall like bootleg dipshit was here and wrote this.
That
Probably
could have
bootleg
been anybody
dipshit.
in that dipshit mask.
Could have been anybody.
Man, I'm definitely gonna get a mask soon.
Yeah, man.
Finally.
They're fun, you know. I got into the whenever I started getting heavy into the long live evil business. You know, you get your first forever face, and then, dude, it's just like it's ridiculous. Like just like anybody else, the collection. I don't know. Can you see this up here? I got literally a shelf just full of these motherfucking that I need to display proper. It gets out of hand.
Holy moly, dude.
I have a couple of masks.
Yeah, right.
See?
I just give all my
That's
money to
crazy.
these motherfuckers.
So yeah, and I
man.
want to get a 2-piece one for like so that when I'm performing my voice doesn't like get covered, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
man.
I'd like to get something where my chin can be apart, and I want it to be like, I don't know what they use nowadays, like silicone type, you know what I mean, where it's not the hard kind, like pause,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Well, I mean, I highly recommend look to homie Tom Martino or Brandon Philbricks, the two, in my opinion, that's the two greatest mask makers on earth. So,
yo,
Tom Martino from DWN Productions fucking makes fire ass faces. This one down here is a Tom Martino that this dude got on. In this one,
oh, okay.
yeah, man.
See, and those are both dope, and I like the fact that he could put the honker in that thing, like you were saying.
I mean, he can custom make
I'm gonna do
fucking
it.
anything. That dude's a monster. You could even like think of your own, because I mean, the thing about faces is you got to understand it adds a level of marketability. Just being straight
Right.
up, like
Right.
you could you know, and especially if you had your own, like I would highly recommend get into contact with Tom Martino or Brandon Philbrick and just spat some ideas. And I mean, you never know, that could add up. And if you were like, well, I don't want to change who I am as a rapper, well, make a dark album, make a fucking album, a dark album, and then do the math like Tech Nine does. Tech Nine does that
Right.
exact shit.
Oh yeah, facts, man. And I'm not like in any one genre, I wouldn't say. You know what I mean? I have some dark songs. I have one called Halloween that I released 2 years ago. It's just I took it off like from public because it's not good enough. But I definitely go all directions. You know what I mean? I think that everybody should express themselves fully. And I think music can be therapeutic and make it so that you don't act on some of your thoughts. You know what I mean?
And that's
Yeah,
what I
man.
like about your show, dude.
Thank you.
The SkyV, you don't just play underground horrorcore. You like to hit up that genre because you appreciate it,
Right.
and you also hit up just regular, street rap or hip hop. Just
Right.
you hit up just about anything as long as it's up and coming. You know what I mean? And I appreciate the shit
Absolutely.
out of that. It gives you a little
Thanks,
bit
man.
more than just the same old thing that most of us are used to, which is a little bit of a fresh air once in a while. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
by the
man.
way, do they have to hit up your personal page, Matt Spencer, to subscribe?
No. No, they can just email radio@skyv.xyz.
Yeah, go and hit them up, dude. It's $1.
I didn't really want people to know I was running it when I was fully employed because I thought they might think that it was taken away from the IT stuff I was doing for the job. But now, ever since I got let go, I was just like, fuck it. CEO, Matt Spencer, CEO of SkyV. Yo, all the videos changed up and everything. I'm like, yo, put my face all over that shit now. So
For real, go up there, hit them up, subscribe. It's only $1, and you'll get all the the content that he's doing throughout. Like he's also showing you how to do stuff with the internet, like how to like build a website and stuff like that. You were setting up servers at one point when I caught your show, right?
Yep, there's 3 of them right there behind my wife,
dope.
and those run SkyV. So if one of them fails, the other ones kick over. The blue one at the top is a phone server because I have a contract with a company called Sangoma. If you guys look that up, and they sell business phone systems, what are called PBX. So like when you call in the Verizon, they're like press 1 to do this, press 2 to do that, or whatever. I do those systems. I install those and set them up for small business. So
That's a bad fucking
yeah,
ass, dude.
yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So I love the business stuff, but um, I mean, it saved me a lot, and as you said, so with the horrorcore thing, like in the street aspect, one thing that was really cool when I moved back to Pittsburgh was I did this pod, and I was playing some of my homies from Maryland that are more horrorcore. Up here, like all I know is street folks up here. This is where I grew up. That's why I had that aspect of life. But I've grown up in both places. I literally lived in Ohio on my family on my dad's side on the farm for a year. You know what I mean? So like
Oh
I
yeah.
kind of understand everything. But when I
I
got
live on a
moved,
farm. Just
well,
for the
when I got
record.
moved up that way, yeah, no, I'm not saying that y'all live on a farm, but when I got like up to Maryland and everything, like I had a lot of problem with racist people and stuff because I was in Damascus, Maryland, which is a Klan town. I didn't know that. My dad, of course, didn't know that either.
Ah,
But we moved there, and people like they would be in like those big trucks with the stacks, and they'd spit on me and stuff like that. So I got like I wasn't racist towards white people. I'm part white. My dad's white. My mother is black. So I'm like in the middle, But like they like they didn't like me there. So when that happened, I found ICP because they had songs like Chicken Hunting. They had the Fuck Your Rebel Flag, and I was
yeah,
like, yo, this is dope. I can relate to this shit. So I got really heavy into it. I used to always be Violent J for Halloween, like for the first 3 years of high school. You know what I mean? And got hated on for it, but you know what I mean? So like I don't say that I'm a juggalo rapper because I don't know all the rules, so I don't want to be the just jug thing or whatever. But I
yeah,
am a rapper who is a juggalo.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I think Juggalo is a mindset anyway, man. You know what I mean? It's not just a.
Yeah,
It's not like a genre. That's like, uh, it's a mindset. You know, it's almost like stoner. It's almost like when somebody's like, "Oh, I'm a fucking stoner."
right,
Well, you know a little bit about that
right,
guy off the jump just from him saying he's a stoner. Same diff with
right.
Juggalo.
Stoner.
Like look
Stoner's
at
a
Jelly
weird
Roll.
man. Just smoke crack like a man.
Like Jelly
Yeah,
Roll,
right,
he claims to be a juggalo, but he don't do juggalo music, and
Right.
right.
so
And nobody calls him a duff.
No, because it's
yeah.
because one thing I learned about the Juggalo community, because I didn't get into it till late in life, man. Like I didn't get into it, like I would say really get into it till like age like 35, and I'm 42 now. But one thing I know is they recognize a fake quick, and they recognize like bullshit quick, and it isn't about, like you said with Jelly Roll, it isn't about how many hatchet men you have or what your
Right,
answer is when somebody says what's your favorite Joker card. It's like
right.
you can just tell. It's just a real recognized real situation.
Yeah.
My
So,
And
favorite
I
Joker's
would
card is
fail
your
test
mom's
like that,
box.
thanks, bro.
Got you, man.
It's the
Yeah, I
best
would
Monty
album
Homie on
definitely fail the
ever.
Bedlam.
test with
What's
the
up?
Joker's card.
But
But
still, though,
yeah, man,
yeah,
I
man.
remember when I was watching last time, well, a couple of times ago, Random Cats, you were talking about how you were a pastor before the
I
Juggalo life.
was.
I thought that was really
Yeah.
cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, I was in see, so I swatted somebody one time and I went to jail in Dallas and I got out,
Yeah,
and my parents basically were like, you can go to this full-time ministry or just enjoy the luxurious streets of South Dallas. And I was like, fuck no, I'm going to the ministry. I'm gonna hustle 'em. And when I got in, I went in and it was like a 6-month program. And like, I mean, shit, dude, I just got fucking, I went hardcore for that fucking bullshit, dude. I'm just being
yeah,
straight up, like hardcore. And it
yeah,
was really discipline oriented. I had to cut scissors with yards and scrub dumpsters with toothbrushes. And after 6 months, I decided to go to their leadership program. And I don't know, I made it really fucking far and stayed a fucking long time. But after that, like I said, man, for me personally, I'm a Christian. I don't fucking read the Bible often and shit, but I got a relationship with God, and it's nobody's fucking business. You know what I mean?
right.
And
Absolutely.
and like I don't know. It was like one time I was in ministry, and this guy who was really high up as a praise and worship. I mean, like the highest up you could go as far as a praise and worship leader. He listened to dope ass music all the fucking time, and somebody asked him one time, they said, hey, you know, you listen to worldly music, what the hell? And he said it's
Right.
where it takes you in your head that's the problem. So whenever I listen
Yeah.
to ICP, am I really gonna go out and kill a motherfucker? Fuck
No.
It
no.
might.
Do
But
I
if
think
you
about
felt
it?
like you,
All
if
the
you,
time.
right, if you felt like you wanted to, and you want to get, and you want to channel that and get that anger out, so you don't do it. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
type of shit you can
relatable.
listen to.
Yep.
Facts, bro.
Yeah. And like, so as a Christian, I don't find no fucking problem with that. God don't got no fucking, if God had a fucking problem with the way I live my life, me personally, outside everything, I want to be getting blessed the way I am. I'm just keeping it 100.
I'm
But
just
Right.
gonna say this. Usually when I'm keying up to start murdering, I like to play something real smooth like jazz or
love
something
it.
like that.
Yeah.
I like
like
to get in. You start flowing, right before you start cutting kidneys out, shit like that.
Do a little dancing.
Yeah, you just kind of like,
Got to.
What about
you know,
Mambo Number 5 by Lou Bega?
that's what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about. You
man,
just
that's a
gotta get
dope one.
into it, dude. You gotta
A
be like,
little
fuck.
bit of Monica in my
Monica in
love.
my life.
A
Yeah, hell
little
yeah,
bit
bro.
of
Yeah,
Dana on my love. A little bit of Dina's all I need.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Or
That's like some
that.
Joker shit. That's the shit I love. That's like some Joker shit right there. I can imagine you
Facts.
doing that, Harvester. You just like you go over to somebody's house and you pour a nice cup of wine and gently put on a record. What's happening, Harvester? Oh, don't you fucking worry, bitch.
I'm telling
And
you,
then you
that little
fucking
flock of
murder.
seagulls or something going in the background is fucking. I'm telling you, that's how I do it.
That's like American Psycho.
You're never
Hey,
gonna let them
boys.
know it's coming, right?
it's
Like
it's
that,
about that
nah.
time, and I'm gonna have to take off.
All right, bro.
Thanks for coming on the show. Hopefully they get
Thank
things
you.
sorted out with Dope Six, so we can hook up and fucking kick it again
Facts,
soon.
bro.
Uh,
Yes, man.
I will see you and Bootleg Saturday, and next time I can come on the show. Random.
Love ya.
Yeah, man. Good to
Yeah,
see you, dude.
thank you,
Love you,
bro.
dog.
See
Love
you,
you,
buddy.
bro.
We'll
Appreciate
see
you.
you Saturday. And your wife.
That sounded so wrong.
What was that ending part for?
He will.
And
His
your
wife will
wife.
be there.
He's
Yeah,
excited
but
to
the
see us on Saturday. What can I say, man? He's
And
excited.
We
we're
actually get to have a little bit of a HORDECAST reunion in Dayton on Saturday.
at this
Oh, that's
show.
dope. My dad's from Dayton, Ohio. Is that what you guys are talking about?
Yeah, we're gonna
Florida.
be in Dayton. Yeah.
Bro, that's where the farm was, dog. That's where the farm
Huh.
was that I used to live at. That's so weird. That's no way. You guys are from like where my family's from?
Oh, we're
This-
just
we're
all
the-
gonna
I'm-
be there. They're having a show, so we're all fucking. I'm coming in from
The Long Live
Arizona.
Evil Across America tour is stopping. in
Oh,
Dayton.
okay. I was
We're
like, wow,
kinda-
that'd be crazy if you guys were like literally from there.
Yeah, we're
I'm
kind of
excited.
using the Dayton show to kind of have like a little get together. Womp Thing's gonna be playing, and
Nice.
yeah, he's gonna shoot through. We're gonna have Bootleg there. Killer's coming down. I'm gonna fly up from Arizona, and we're all gonna fucking hang out for the night.
That's dope, man.
It's gonna
I'm
be
excited for y'all to see the fucking concert, man. Like I really thought like as a product outside of all the extra stuff, just the show itself from start to finish, like it was just so much fucking fun. I can't wait for y'all to experience like what they're doing and Son's new album live. Oh, it's so good. So good.
I've been seeing the clips, the performances. That's dope. I like his new outfit.
Yeah, dude. And the overalls and the white mask is
Yeah,
fire.
hell yeah.
And like it seems like he does it every show because he definitely did it on ours, but he does like a couple songs in the crowd, which is always like really fucking fun, dude. And I mean, just the crowd involvement at the LLE tour is just it feels like it's insane, dude. It's just such a
yeah.
fun concert.
Little shout out to all the people over there on Facebook Live. Dean.
Yeah,
Mr.
Dean, I love you,
Bell,
dog.
Fucking Stiggy over there. Just a lot of people showing us love.
Stig
And
Monster.
Appreciate y'all.
I seen that Bootleg blatantly disregarded Aaron's response. Do a flip. I see that he literally just ignored it.
I can't. I've
6 feet
tried.
deep, baby.
I always end up falling on the back of my neck, and it doesn't work.
You really be trying to do a fucking? Are you talking about seriously?
On a trampoline, maybe I can do it, but
I know I can't.
Have you ever
I
been
can't.
able to do a flip?
No.
I've
Okay.
never been able to.
I
I've
thought you
always
were
been
like, it's
scared to
something I
do it.
used to do.
Gravity won't allow my fat body to do a flip.
Dude,
It's
I
too
remember
heavy.
one time when I was a kid, I must have been like 12 years old, and I remember this like older kid standing up and doing a flip like that. And I'm just like, that's a trick. I'm gonna tell you a trick you should learn though. Eh, you bend your tongue, baby. I'm gonna tell you what. There's people
That's a
that
valuable
appreciate
trick.
it.
That's a valuable trick.
I did a
Yeah.
flip
This-
one time. I was driving a motorcycle and I hit something and I flipped over the fucking handlebars.
oh my
Really?
God.
Yeah, a couple times actually. One time real good. I thought I was a fucking pro MXer
Do you
or
wear a
something.
helmet?
That's crazy.
Sometimes.
I
Did
just
your
wondering
tongue
because
do
like
that? Did your
There's
tongue
no.
flare up just like random cats when you flipped over? Where you like,
I'll tell you what.
see, I can't even do it.
I
My
fucking
wife
ate-
can. I'm thankful that my wife can, but I can't. I can't do it. I
It's
wish I
not
could.
She's in
in
there
South
right
Carolina,
now. She's
you
like,
don't.
yo,
She is,
yo,
she's right.
yo.
She look, see, she was writing it as I was talking about it. I can bend my tongue. That's her right there.
In South Carolina, you don't have to wear a helmet. I'm just curious. I noticed a lot of people choose not to.
In PA, you don't have to either.
Yeah, you don't have to hear in Arizona. They don't give a fuck.
I'm excited for this show in Dayton, though, man. I hear some people are going to have some new looks going on.
What you talking about?
Really?
Yeah. I wish Wampy was here. I know he's been teasing. He's been teasing.
brother. He's
I
got some
seen
new-
a post. He showed like just a part of something he had.
Yeah,
I know he's
got
teasing something big, man. And I not to toot my own horn, but I've got an experimental little thing that I'm gonna probably be trying on for the show myself, just to be festive with something new to wear. So
Oh,
Not
man.
me.
it's gonna be fun, man. There are gonna be plenty of chances for people to show up, shake hands with us, take a picture with us, and then later you can smear feces on it and post it if you want.
Yes.
Blame it on you.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not changing a fucking thing because I have so much already going on that I'm just gonna keep mixing it up with the shit I got.
Right.
That's how
You
I'm gonna
can.
do it. Same old harvester, same old fucking time. You're gonna see
And
me.
it cost
I'm
him
gonna-
like $600 or $700 just to get a new mold made for a new mask every time. So it's he's got to
Oh,
cut back.
shit. Now, let me ask a question about the mask because I'm taking it serious because like I said, I like to bridge my homies, and I had some people. My bad. I had some people over, like my homies from the hood over, and they were hearing y'all's music, like not y'all's per se, but like One Thing and some of like the Baby Tooth Killers and stuff like that. And they were like,
Hell
"Damn, this
yeah.
is dope. What kind of music is this? It sounds like rap." And I was like, "Well, it kind of is like rap." So that's why, like, I'm gonna bring some of my homies from Pittsburgh with me to Dope Sick. You know what I mean? So we can, bridge
Yeah,
that
dude.
gap because I think we should really be working together, man. And everybody I've encountered, like, I think it would be good for my friends that are well, I'll just keep it 100. Like for my friends that are black to be able to interface with my friends that are white and
Yeah, man.
see both sides, be able to see like we're all cool. You know what I mean? Because from where we're at in Pittsburgh, it's a bit segregated. So like you'll have different areas in Pittsburgh. Like we have one called Polish Hill. My wife's actually Polish, but anyways, we have one called Polish Hill. There's like the Hill District where I'm from or where I live at. I'm from Lincoln, which is a whole different area, but it's very segregated. But I'd like people to see like we all really are trying to get the same goal. You know what I mean?
You ever fuck with Dirty?
Yeah. Yo, he gave me kittens, bro. He gave me 3 kittens from his farm. I used
thought
to
you
I
live-
said
figured.
he
I
gave
just
you
kind of
herpes.
pieced it. No, I just pieced it. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this guy is from Dirty Town. I just realized that. Yeah,
So
that's what's
Dirty's
up.
from Hanover, Pennsylvania, and I lived there
Mm.
for what, a year? Well, I lived there for a year, and I got to know some people there, and Dirty was one of them. And so I met Dirty at Weekend at Dirty. I did a show there with
Yeah.
Knowledge. Yeah, so I was out there with Knowledge and Mischief, and we had like the whole crew out there. And like I've always played my position with these things. So like a lot of people hadn't heard my music as much as they would have heard Knowledge and my homies, but I was the cameraman, but I was on one song. So if you were there, you would have seen me perform, the one song, and that's how I met Dirty, because Dirty's like, what the fuck? I thought you were just a cameraman. He's like, I didn't know you rap too. And so I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, bro. But like, I started off as Knowledge's cameraman. I wasn't always rapping like that. You know what I mean? And then I
Yeah.
got into it more and more. So yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he's
Dirty's a good guy.
yep, he's the coolest, man. I just we just got tickets to go see him. He's opening for Chris Calico, which is sick.
Mm,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
And
I saw
yeah,
that.
with overtime and stuff.
How do
I'm
you
hyped.
say his fucking name anyways?
I
Is
call it Chris
Calico or
Calico.
Calico?
Oh,
I thought-
I think it's
Calico.
Calico.
I heard it was
I think it's
Calico.
Calico. I call it
Remember when we
Calico
heard
because I'm
Calico?
white.
He's got vitiligo, I think, right?
Yo,
It's me being white. But
did
yeah,
you ever
it's
have Coleco Vision though? Before
yeah, hell,
Nintendo?
it's fucking
Yeah, see? That's why,
That's
bro.
with
That's
the
why we know.
C.
Yes, bro. So we know Coleco, bro.
That's why.
That's why.
Of course, Calico. Of course. Man, I
But I
didn't put
think
it together.
I think it's Calico because he's got like vitiligo or something, right?
I
You
call
ever
him the
see his
guy who
fucking
sings.
eyelids?
I call
Oh
him the
yeah,
guy
I
who
forgot.
sings for
I
Tech
didn't even
Nine.
ask you guys the
Skin
question.
disorder.
So the question is, so with the mask, are they like tattoos to where like they have a meaning? Like you would get a certain mask made a certain way depending on like what you're trying to like convey with your image or something that's important to you. Like you would put like somebody's name that passed away. Like what or are they just for aesthetics? Like what is the symbolism behind it?
I'm just fucking. I hate everything except for Halloween, and I've always been a huge fan of like the Headless Horseman and all those, like just all that shit, man. And I draw fucking jack o' lanterns and it just is what it is. And I found somebody, an artist, Tom. He's really into jack o' lanterns and pumpkins and shit. So
Hmm.
what a better person than to do my
Right.
my mask, And
Yeah.
I drew some pictures, and then Tom did a fiberglass mask for me, the first one, and it actually says like murder machine and stuff on the middle of the
Nice.
head.
That's
Uh,
dope.
it's like so my wrist actually says it as well. So the stuff is
Okay.
actually part of like the mask is actually reflects a lot like all over my body. I'm covered with jack o' lanterns and Halloween shit. So
Okay.
yeah, and
So for
like I
you, it's
said,
definitely like a part of you. It's not just
yeah, and
yeah.
like I said, is the guy that did my very first sculpt, Tom. I mean, he loves jack o' lanterns and pumpkin boys and shit too. So I mean, the dude's fucking. I couldn't have had a better person sculpt it. This is like the final form of my first version. So this is what I call my Battleborn. So that's why like
Okay.
the horns are broke. This was
Right.
like the final iteration of this mask, right? So but I mean, I'm always looking to build on my character as well, right? But this is the
Yeah.
most known of all my faces.
Yeah.
With
That's how I came to know you. You know what I mean? I don't
yeah,
even know your real face. So,
There
but
go
yeah.
that OG bootleg. That's how I fell
Yeah.
in love with bootleg dipshit right there. That one that he
Yeah.
just
I
sneaky
was just getting
moded.
ready to say that
I
since
didn't.
we're talking about the masks and shit, I used to wear this one,
Yeah, man.
and I got it
Yeah, it's a
from the
Okay.
same
classic.
website that Whipstick got his from originally. That's why they look so much close to, except for the nose. I pulled my
Okay.
fucking round nose off of it, and I just wore it like this. And
That's
he
dope.
started to see me, and so did the boys at shows. And I went by the name Bootleg Dipshit, and I changed my mask so that when we started doing this podcast and I wanted to make t-shirts and shit, he was like, well, so people don't get confused, because I would always hit him up and ask him if it was okay if I did things, because again,
Right.
I was sharing a mask that we both wore, not as wrestlers, but as like people in this fucking thing doing stuff. He rapped, I did a podcast. Now,
Yeah.
there is the rare occasion I do get hit up because I used to cosplay as him at shows before I did the podcast, that people will be like, oh, I love your lyrics, dude, and all this, that. And I steer them the right way. I tell them, no,
Yeah.
thank you. I do a podcast, but I don't rap. That's not me.
Okay.
So, I don't try to take his credit or nothing, but it's like, I understand why he was very diligent about like, well, change your mask, and then you don't have to ask me permission for stuff. So I got this off the same place that I got this, It's just like a shark version of it. Still has a smile, still has about the same kind of eyes. Everything's about the
Yeah.
same, except enough difference that it worked. Plus, I have been hit up by Clockworky and been told that they love the silver mask. They said, don't change the silver mask. That's dope.
Yeah.
But like the Harvester, I'm always eyeballing other masks that either look similar to this or
Right.
similar enough to my old mask that I could still wear it, but not be confused, because it's not something that Whipstick would wear, because he does tend to stick to this kind of format, unless
Right.
it's the rare show where he does like what was it? It wasn't Wolverine, was it? It was Deadpool.
Yeah, no, it's Deadpool and
yeah,
Wolverine.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Okay.
They had
did
the
different variants
my
of the
buddy
mask.
Micah has that fucking his mask. He has it. He owns it now
Yeah.
from that.
So it's
Yeah,
in the persona that I portray, I just try to be like a dirty trucker version of Whipstick,
Yeah.
because I'm a little bit older than he is, but I understand that he's more known. But I try to act like a cross between Dr. Roxo and Whipstick, with a little bit of a dirty trucker influence, like a little bit of Val Venus thrown in there. That hello, ladies kind of
Hello,
thing.
lady.
Yeah. I know the
Yeah.
women don't really like me and I'm not sexy, but by God, I put my best foot forward.
Here's my penis.
And it's
I'm
my
just,
penis.
I'm a loose cannon, and I dress like a jack-o'-lantern, and I also preach a little bit. I'm a little bit of a pastor myself, Harvestarian, the great Lord Gordus, all hail, down with the evil Crostophiles, let the harvest begin.
I actually have. I'm an ordained minister actually.
Hell yeah.
That's dope. Rand needs to be married to his
Yeah,
sex
it's
toy.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
I'm working on getting mine sanctioned. I gotta finish this Bible. You gotta have
Trying to
so
get-
many chapters.
I've
in
had
shit.
to yeah, man. I was in really more of a cult, to be honest, but we did you know, it's hard. It's hard to explain, because I needed that in my life. Where I was at in my life, I was such a wreck and I was such a monster that I needed to go through what I went through.
I think it can help.
And watch this, like the people that I went through it with, I would take bullets for. I'm still friends with them this day. You go through the shit. You stand in formation. Stand in that shit as long as I have with my friends. You're gonna talk to them the rest of your fucking life. Pitch yourself in formation. Go ahead and do that next to your buddy. You're gonna talk to that buddy the rest of your life.
Speaking of monsters, we have a little something from another group. They're trying to get the word out.
Hi, Joey Bag of Donuts here, and I come to you to speak to you about little-known situation happening all over the world. I come and I speak to you on behalf of the World Organization of Animal Protection. And I would like to touch base on a little-known fact. A lot of people think dragons are fake, but they've been using them unethically all over Asia for years, for centuries even. They've been using pockets of these poor little beasts, and they've been turning into male enhancement drugs, and we can save them. For as little as $1.50 a day, you can help me support and keep these beasties safe. If you want more information, all you have to do is come on over to our website, baddragon.com. That's baddragon.com. They're not bad, and we want to shed the light. Come over to baddragon.com and help us today.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. That was touching, man. $1.50 a day. You fucking Grinches, get over there and go to baddragon.com and send them $1.50 a day.
Hell yeah, man. That touched my heartstrings. That shit.
The fuck's your problem if you don't?
Let's talk about some of this art you sent me, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's I want to show some of this. You have some pretty good shit. Like where exactly are you getting these made? Is this AI, or do you have somebody that's doing this for you?
This is AI. So like I was saying earlier, I'm a geek, so I actually built my own AI system in my house. So I make I sell AI art. So like I've gotten I love talking to computers. That's why I write software, and I've learned a way to talk to the AI pretty well. So I'm good at making it create what I want. So like all this stuff that you're seeing, all of these right now, all my album covers, all this stuff I generated with AI and made slight modifications using GIMP.
So
And
I
yeah,
got a question real quick. I've been fucking around with Grok, right?
yeah,
And on X, like
yep.
That's dope.
yeah, I've kind of been
Like
learning a little bit about these prompts you speak of
yeah,
myself. For the new person, like what's a good tip? Like say that like the other day, I wanted to make the other day I made a picture of Stray. Just yesterday I made a picture of Stray and I wanted him holding a bunch of stray cats, right?
yeah.
Say somebody wanted that in their head, but they didn't know what's some tips you could give them to get the AI to kind of like give them what the fuck they want from the image they provide. Does this make sense?
Yeah. So on mine, I have multiple models. On Grok, you just have that one system. So you want to tell it like you want stray standing somewhere holding a bunch of stray cats uh with a cinematic background, or you got to give it detail. You got to like let it know where is he, like where's he at, like take it out of your mind, the picture out of your mind, and explain it to the computer, and be like with a cinematic background, um in an urban setting, on the corner or wherever you want to put it. But you got to like the more detail you can give it, the better. But it has to be like relevant. Like you don't want to put too much detail that doesn't it does that's not going to give it a specific task, because each
Yeah.
word you're giving it is really a task, and it kind of has to break down human language to get that out of it. But the more you can just be direct with what you want, the better you're going to generate your stuff.
That's crazy.
CJ.
Every word is I know I understand that. That's crazy. I never thought about it
Yeah,
like that with AI though. That every word
yeah,
is a task because it's literally trying to understand human.
yeah. Right. And and
Wild.
and once it understands it, then it's going to convert it over. So you want to make it as easy.
Mm,
Like if you're talking to somebody that English isn't their first language, you're like, and
right.
you're trying to explain to them like how to get somewhere. You're going to be like, yeah, road over there, uh,
It's
red light, basic
I think
shit.
that
You know what I mean?
people a lot of times I've noticed the reason not the reason but something about that is people always blow off AI art as being like, oh, that's bullshit, and I can understand that from the perspective
Definitely.
of somebody who paints, but here's the thing though, it really does take artistic mind to produce exactly what you want. Like it's a skill,
Yeah.
it's a goddamn fucking skill.
Hell yeah.
It's
I was just
crazy.
And
listening to that
I
shit in the
I
car
draw a
the
little
other
bit.
day, CJ.
I
So
wish
left
I
for
had my
dead.
notebook in here. But I draw a little bit myself, but I could never create anything this good that quickly, and I also
Yeah,
couldn't afford to buy that many album covers in a row. I mean, because I'm
right.
releasing a track every month right now, because that was my
That's
thing. I
dope.
wanted to do an EP. Thank you, brother. I wanted to do an EP that was 12 tracks, but it's one track a month gets released, and then I'm writing down the ISRC numbers so I can put it back up as an album at the end of the year. And then next
That's
year
a
I want to
job,
do,
bro. Like
yeah, man.
what you're
What
talking
about
about.
when we were
Yeah, man. I'm
flipping through
making
the
plans.
art? I
Yeah.
wanted to ask what this was here.
Yeah. So that there is a my real push. Like this is why I do music, and this is my real thing, man. That this is what really matters to me. So I grew up in Pittsburgh, right, where we have like museums, we got like the rivers, we got casinos, we have like big ass concert venues, we have football fields, baseball fields, the fucking ice hockey. But when I would go downtown Pittsburgh as a kid, I would always see homeless people, and I would be like, how the fuck, like, because I know we're paying taxes and all this stuff, so how is this, how are these people, how are we not taking care of our own human race? Like I didn't understand it then, and I still don't fucking understand it now. The only thing I will say is since I've been on this mission to do VHSI, one thing I learned is I've tried to help some people that are unhelpable because they keep making the same bad decision, or they just are content living the lifestyle they are. And if that's the case, then that's fine. But for everybody that wants help, I want there to be help. Now, I got evicted 2 times in a row. Yeah. And now that's why I'm here back in Pittsburgh. And both times when I wanted to get help from the city, um, I went down and filled out all the paperwork and everything like that. They have it set to where you really can't get much help unless like you had to be really bad off. I was trying to get help right as I was being evicted so that I would be able to go to another home. But you had to be out on the street. They want you to have been in the shelter for 7 days first, and then they'll put you up for placement. And I was like, bro, like I'm not trying to do that with my whole family, bro. Like if it was just me, I'd thug it out in the
Crazy.
fucking car. You know what I mean?
Oh, and those
But I got,
shelters, I'm sure they're great, right? Like those shelters they speak on. That's real
yeah,
safe environment. It's a real
right. So I'm
fucking
like,
family.
yeah, so that wasn't really an option for us. Like we luckily well knowledge actually took us in, took me and my whole family in, you know what I mean? And I had at the time me, my wife, my baby girl, and my two sons. So I mean, that was a lot. So shout out to Knowledge, man. Definitely Knowledge is hip hop. Make sure you check them out, you know what I mean? But so luckily I had good friends. And him and I had been doing music, like I said, for a long time. I just been his cameraman. So luckily, that worked out. But I feel like the cities really should be helping people out more. And if it's a city like ours where we have all of this stuff, why can't we just add like $1 a ticket or something and have that go into some kind of fund, for the people that don't want to be on the street? Like I said, there's so much mental health issues here in Pennsylvania, or at least where I live in Pittsburgh. So there are people that they don't want the help. They don't want to be in your shelter and they don't want to have shit to do with the system. And that's fine because I don't either. You know what I mean? But I have to use the system to get my message out, and I have to use the system to be able to help people quicker because I don't have the capital. So what I was wanting to do with my music was to get a voice so I could talk about VHSI, which is my idea is to I write software like I explained earlier, but to write a software thing so that when we bring people into vocational homeless shelter initiative, that we take like a questionnaire and try to find something that they're already good at and then train them on a job based on skills that they already have. Because for me, a lot of reasons I lost job is because I fucking hated it. So there's jobs that I love, yeah, like you know what I mean? And I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people are like that. And you run into like 2, 3 jobs like that, asshole bosses and stuff like that. And it's just like you just oh my god.
What
Yeah,
the
that shit.
fuck?
Yeah. I lost focus on that shit, bro. But yeah, man. So
I can't, man.
yo,
What the fuck is it?
that mask
What is
right
going
there,
on
bro.
here? What is
Yo,
this?
what is that
Oh
shit,
my
dog?
god. No
Oh my
way, dude.
god, bro.
What happened? What happened, you son of a bitch?
I like that one. I like that one.
You
Yo, I like
motherfucker.
that shit right there.
Woo.
That's
That's
dope,
clearly
man.
Brown.
Oh my god, I'm crying, dude.
No.
Oh wow, that was crazy. I was all listening, paying avid attention, and then
Right?
this motherfucker.
I was like, yo, what is
Party,
that?
right?
I couldn't even focus. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to help people, bro. At the end of the day, bro, that's what I believe that we can do it, and we have the means to do it. And I want to, even if I'm not the one to do it, get my message across so somebody that has the means and has the capital can. But I feel like if I can get my music big enough to enough people hear the real message behind all the stupid shit that I write, to be funny and stuff, like because I have some real stuff in my messages, you know what I mean. But I always put comedic stuff because I like to be funny, like. I'm the type of dude like I would get like in fights, and if I was losing, I would laugh. Like I don't know, I just laugh a lot. I can't stop. When I'm in pain, I laugh. Like I think that shit's funny. So like I just like to put that in my music. So I have a lot of wild stuff. You see, I like wear like flashy, like bright, goofy clothes because I like music, but I want people to know like if you hear me saying some gangster shit, I'm not banging, bro. Like I'm just telling the stories from my perspective of what I've been through and seen, but like I'm out here just enjoying life. I'm an entertainer. You know what I mean?
No, I know you're telling the truth too, because like, man, when I was in ministry, dude, like one thing about the ministry I was in is we were out under the bridges, bro. Like I'm talking about for real.
Yeah.
Like I would travel. I would find 10 cities. Like you get to that point where like you're from the streets, so you already know where to go anyway. But I
Yep.
would find a lot of people, dude, who would be living in like just insanity, dog. And you would tell them, you'd be like, yeah, listen, fuck the Bible, okay? Let's just keep it real. You can come to this home and you can literally tell us, fuck the Bible, and we'll still let you in and just stay the night and get a fucking shower and get some food
Yep.
and get some new clothes and get the fuck out. And they'd be like, no, I'm good, bro. I'm like, the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about? You're fucking good, man. But,
Yeah. And
those aren't the
it's a
people.
cycle.
They would tell us there that here's the reality of it, though. Those aren't the people that God put in your way. And like for you to change, and that those people are out there, and like not getting religious with it, but man, God's gonna hook your fucking life up the way you're talking, dog, because your mindset is on others, and you'll get rewarded yourself as a result of that. I promise.
Speaking
I
on,
I thank you
promise.
for that, man. I
I'll
thank you
tell
for
you
that,
what.
bro.
Speaking about how his eyes are on others and his thoughts are on others, we've been not even really talking about it, but I do have it over here. His SkyV project, okay?
Oh yeah.
And I've been saving that picture. This here, I mean, anybody that's not paying any attention,
Oh yeah.
he's been really pushing this. If you're an artist, I know I personally have reached out to plenty of people trying to tell them, hey, get your fucking music into here,
Yeah.
get some plays. I have it queued up on
Definitely.
another thing so we can show it a little bit. Maybe you want to talk about it, not to cut in
Sure.
on what we're talking about,
No,
but
you're
I
good,
think that
man.
this is something we need to touch base on while you're here.
Fuck
We
yeah,
got you
dude.
in front of us.
Sure. So, all right. So SkyV is a lot of things. Now, a lot of people think it's just a streaming service. The streaming service is part of it, but what I'm doing is I'm building a portal for artists and for listeners to be able to communicate with all the weird stuff that Facebook does with the algorithms and stuff like that. So, like, as a user, say that you're not an artist, but you're just a listener. When you log in and you click on an artist's profile, you're going to have two tabs at the top. One's going to say social, one's going to say music. The default's going to be music because the whole point of this is to be a music first focused service. It's not to replace Facebook. I don't want to compete with Facebook. I want to create a place where musicians and listeners can communicate without the stuff that, like, that social stuff. The algorithms and stuff is built for like your head, your mental and shit like that. But it's not really like conducive to spreading the word about underground music or music in general. So my service is specific to, spreading that. So basically the artist can put social stuff up, but it would be like music focused to where um when you come on there and you go to an artist's profile, you're gonna see like events they have, music they just dropped, but not how many bitches they're fucking or who they broke up with, or you know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
you can click social if you want, if the artist chooses to fill that stuff out. But if your listeners are there for your music, you don't necessarily want them seeing all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facebook is a space for personal stuff, and we have to mix it because of that's where everybody's at. But I want to create just a land for the specific purpose of doing music. So I'm working on a portal right now. What you're seeing here is just the radio streaming part. In a couple days, there's going to be a new main page that looks kind of like this, but there's going to be a thing called the wall. And what happens is while music is playing, you can write on the wall. It's like a tag, like you're tagging, but with text. You can
Fuck
write on
yeah.
the wall and it'll say what music you're listening to. So you could say like, "Oh, this song's dope," and say something about it, or you can give a shout out. You know what I mean? But it'll link back to the person's music. Now, if the artists are somebody that is signed up, like that's what we want to do is monetize this part so the radio can stay free. Now, we do have like several artists that are gonna be already on it, obviously, but I'm just saying what we were gonna do is charge $3 a month for artists to get on it, and that way it'll be a place where you can have your music hosted, like so people can stream it from there. Um, you can list all your concert stuff, but that's the front end for what your users see. On the back end, the artists are going to get tools, and one of the tools I'm working on is part of the like we were speaking about AI, but taking like your content, and a lot of us don't speak like 100% proper. I know I don't, and so what I do, like even for my jobs, is like if I'm writing a corporate email, I will take my words and then I put in the AI, rewrite this in a business casual manner colon, put on my text in, rewrites that whole shit. So a lot of my
Nice.
posts, yeah. So like if a lot of my posts y'all see they're formatted, people were hitting me and being like, "Why do you write all those fake posts?" And I said they're not fake. These are my thoughts. I don't know how to speak in a way that everybody always understands me. So I'll
Mm.
write all my thoughts in and be like, "Can you generate an engaging post for Facebook that talks about these issues?" Because like these are things that I feel are important, and then it'll generate it, and I read it, proofread it. Sometimes it's wrong or something that I don't agree with. I take that out, edit it together, and make it, make it all one thing. But this is from the heart. You know what I mean?
That's badass, dude.
Thanks, brother.
I
So
like
yeah, I
that. I
think
like
it'll
that.
help.
I like you speaking on all that because, like I said, I think there's a bad AI gets a bad rep. I think a lot of times, man. I think people see it as a shortcut, and
Right.
the things you've talked about, be it with the music or your post or whatever, just go to show the difference
Love
it
you,
can
Mom.
fucking make to an
Look at
artist.
all this Swamp Thing music,
Right.
bud.
Fuck yeah!
Right. Hell yeah, man.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the people that you guys sent over, we have their music on there. Right? Anybody you sent over, we have their music on there. So, yeah,
that's
that's
pretty
a cool
dope,
thing
man.
too. So the request thing, like you can go in, and right now you can request songs like every 15 minutes from the same artist. I was planning on in June or July, I think, doing the thing with the federal licensing to make it so I can do the what's it called, the royalties. But I mean, obviously now I'm unemployed, so unless I have a way to make $1,000, because like I said, it's 1,000. Yeah, so it's like a
I think you
thousand
just
dollars.
having that for the
Go ahead.
artist. I don't think they. I think that I mean, shit. If I was an underground artist, I'd be cool on the royalties, bro. I'd be thankful you have a platform for me to share my music.
I wish
You
that
know
it
what I'm
was
saying?
that way because that's what I was trying to do, but I had a lot of people complain and be like, I don't want to submit music because if people listen to it on yours, like they could be listening to it on Spotify and I could get paid. And I was like, bro, let me show you the contract that I will have to pay if I'm sending royalties. It's 0.00035 cents per stream per listener. I was like, you're not making money from the stream. You're putting your
Yeah,
shit on the streams so people know about you, so they can come to your shows, so they can buy your merch, so they can buy your physical stuff. But the streams is not making money. The record labels are paying the fucking stream services to make it like they're getting a lot of streams. It's not like they're paying out more than the artists are getting paid back for the
yeah, it's
streams. You know what I
crazy,
mean?
man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fake.
I think too that just goes to show a lot of intention though, because if somebody was to jump on you off the top and be like, "Hey, what about my royalties, bro?" It's like I thought you were in this for like, what are the reasons you're doing music, buddy? What's
Right,
going on here? Because if you're hitting me
right,
up on royalties that you're gonna catch like 0.00003 cents on, like,
right.
bro, you probably need a different job or something.
Right. And it's like that somebody
Crazy.
put something in their ear, you know what I mean? But they didn't go do any of their
For
own
sure.
research.
Like you
Because
could
if
be
they
making a
did, they
lot
wouldn't
of
say that.
money, bro.
Right. Yeah,
The
like I have
record,
music
the
on there.
industries. Look, dude, I saw Get Rich and Die Trying twice. Trust me, the
Right.
industry will fuck you over.
Right.
Fucking
And
crazy.
I got, for people to feel like that, there's another option. And what you could do is take like take 5 songs that you might be working on, put them on SkyV, tell your homies come over there, request it, uh, and then we can see like after like a certain period of time, what song got the most requests, and you can release that as your single. You know what I mean? And then you take the
Yeah,
rest off. You don't have to even leave your music on SkyV. You can use it as a tool. Just say,
yeah,
hey,
dude.
can we have it on from these dates? No problem. You know what I mean? There's lots of ways to utilize it as a tool. So
Awesome.
So we're looking at giving away 2 tickets for the Dayton show, and I know we're trying to figure out how to go about giving these 2 tickets away. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a post, and I'm gonna do that here shortly, and I'm gonna post it everywhere. And tonight or tomorrow, however these guys want to do it, whoever gets it in over the next 24 hours, I'll go live and I'll spin the wheel because I didn't see us catch any traction. We have 2 tickets that we're gonna give away, and we're gonna get some people over to that show in Dayton.
Nice.
Go. Long live Evil Tour. Evil across America. You're missing the fuck out.
I'll make
Go.
a post
Hell yeah,
tonight,
bro.
and what we're gonna do is you guys are hearing it right now. It's a real thing. I'm gonna make a post tonight. We can all share the fuck out of it. I'll give you guys 24 hours, and then I'm gonna fucking go live on here, and we're gonna fucking spin the wheel, and we're gonna pull 2 winners. And those 2 winners, we're gonna fucking send them digital tickets, and we better see you fucking guys. Give you a big hug at the show in Dayton.
Hell
That's
yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying.
If you win the
That's-
tickets, come to my merch booth and pick out a free CD. That's for both people.
That's what
That's
you're
dope.
seeing right there, bud. Free CD.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay.
I'm
Am
definitely
I
getting my mask custom made.
was gonna say, I sent you a list of the people that liked the original post that were supposed to be on the wheel already.
All right, I'm gonna put those all on the fucking wheel. We're gonna make the post, and we're gonna we'll pull the fucking. I'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow night. I'll fucking come
We'll
on here
fucking
live.
do it.
I'm gonna spin the fucking wheel, and we're gonna give away 2
Yeah.
fucking tickets. But I got
If
your
you-
list,
Do it
Bootleg. I got
live.
your fucking list.
If
Do it live. Fuck it. We're doing it live.
and if you already
Yeah.
got tickets and you win tickets, just give them to somebody that you know that wants to go. Fuck it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
man.
You'll
Pay
get a
it
picture
forward,
of the
bro.
digital ticket. You just send them to somebody.
Yep,
That
we're
easy.
gonna give us 2 tickets, and then you're gonna swing by Wompy's fucking merch, and he's gonna hook somebody up with a fucking CD.
Hell yeah.
And he's gonna
Oh,
show you
yeah.
those
That's what's up.
fucking sweet nipples, is what I heard. He's too scared to pull them out live, though.
That's a gift, man. You usually got to pay for that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it's usually like $9.99 a month, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's 3 of them.
Yeah,
I seen a movie where this bitch had 3 nipples.
Oh yeah, me too. That was
called
crazy, man. I was
Mallrats.
like, man. What up, Mike Z?
What up,
Appreciate
Mike
you,
Z?
homie.
fucking, what about Total Recall? That bitch had 3 titties, man.
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
That must be
Yeah.
a movie. I think that's the one I saw.
Did you ever see the remake of that piece of shit? Not the piece of shit, but the piece of shit remake? Man, fuck that
Nah.
shit, dude. Man, fuck that movie, dude.
A
Fuck
lot
the
of
remake
remakes
of
are
Total
terrible.
Recall. Why would you remake Total Recall?
Fuck
Right.
that bitch with 3 titties. Ah!
Yeah. She had 6 in the sequel. Didn't she have 6 in the sequel? She looked like a fucking puppy.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be like this. You'd be like this.
Exactly, bro.
All the way up, and then over, and then down.
That's
Mad milk.
If you
You
want, I
bring
got
all the
Oh.
neighborhood kids over, like give the mom's tits a break and bring her to that bitch with, like in the movie Night Bitch. Shout out Night Bitch. There's a movie on Hulu I recommend to everybody. It's called Night Bitch, and it stars Amy Adams. And it's about a lady, and she has a kid, and she fucking hates her kid. She's like, God damn, I wish I had this fucking kid. And then
Oh
she
my
starts
God.
turning into a dog. She turns into a dog. She starts turning into a dog. Like she goes in the shower, and she's got 8 nipples. It's crazy. And then she starts getting a tail, and she turns into a dog. And she turns into a neighborhood dog at night. And like she tells her husband, she's like, you don't know this, but I'm the night bitch. And it's real. It's real. It's a funny fucking movie, man. It just
Bro,
come
I
out.
gotta
It's so
see that,
good.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah, she hates her kid though. Like she'll be at like parent meetings and all the parents are with their kids and she's just looking at the kids like, fuck. And
Oh my God.
it's really funny, man. She ends up becoming a good mom at the end, but she just she gets caught up in parenting and she becomes a dog. She gotta let that dog out.
Mom.
It's so
You
funny,
got
dude.
to.
It's such a dark movie, dude. I loved it.
Well,
Yeah,
guys,
that
I got to
sounds
go. My
awesome.
laptop's about to expire.
Yeah, I gotta wrap
with
it
its
up too.
battery, and
All right.
I gotta get around for work. But dude, thanks for being on.
Yeah,
I'll let
no
these
problem.
guys go
Thank you,
ahead and
guys.
finish off the show. Don't forget to plug those gloves, dude.
I always
yeah,
plug these
man.
gloves.
All right, I'll see you guys next week or this Saturday, I should say.
See
Have a
you
good
Friday.
Saturday.
See
Hell
you
yeah, bro.
Friday.
Yeah, we'll do that giveaway. Let me know, Harvester. I'll jump on with you when we do it.
Yep.
All right.
I'll post tonight. We can share the fuck out of it. I'll take the list that you already have, and we're gonna add it to whoever gets on here, and we'll go live. We'll fucking spin the wheel, and we're gonna give away a couple of tickets.
Nice, nice, man. That's dope.
Free fucking music, you know. Free
Yeah.
Hell
fucking
yeah,
music.
bro. And a good time.
And
Yeah.
experience. Yeah.
And a fucking CD. You get to go over to Wampy's fucking area, and you're gonna go, "Hey man, I
Facts.
want to see that CD," and he's gonna slap you in the tits with it, you know.
Yeah, man. All 8 of them.
All 80 of your titties, like a little fucking doggy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You got to.
But anyways, this thing is pretty dope. I mean, I was playing with it while you were talking. Oh look, Wampy
I
thing
think he
actually
said,
just came up.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I was looking. Yeah, like we're playing around. I was just kind of surfing through, and you can just kind of look fucking request stuff, and it plays. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, man, I love this one.
Yeah, he sound like a fucking werewolf or something.
Yeah, and
you walk out on your people, demented, offended yourself. You don't see how nobody, you'll never believe you're a kind of a literal place being. Walk on this earth with no reason for nothing, deceiving your people. I hope you feel great. The way
yeah, and it's at 192. We broadcast at 192 kilobytes, so it's pretty high quality. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. Anybody that doesn't know, why don't you throw that? What is it? SkyV at XYZ, right?
Yeah, SkyV.xyz. Yep.
Yeah. So get over there and fucking lock in, man.
Definitely, man.
And,
We're gonna have a sign up on there soon, so like you can do that chat on the wall. So I had the code done. Like I said, I'm just running into a technical issue with the web server part of it because of the fact that like when you're on there, if somebody types a message, it'll be live, so you'll see it as it's happening. So you could just stay on the page, and everybody can be just talking like a big news group type thing.
Oh, that's dope, man. So
Thank you,
where
man.
would, if somebody wanted to send music in, who do they send that to?
Radio at skyv.xyz. Yep. And it's best to send Wave, OGG, or AIFF and cover art. And the reason for that is like another geeky thing. Hopefully, I'm not getting too geeky here, but another geeky thing is when you have an MP3 that's compressed. So what it does is it takes a bunch of a stream of like wave files and puts it all into one, but it makes it into a way smaller file. If you know like anything about working at the studio, when you get those wave file masters, they're like 50 megabytes plus. An MP3 is like 5 to 10 megabytes max. So you have to think that all of that is compressed, which means you're missing different tones. So if you take a compressed file, then you're streaming it out over service on a radio that also has to compress it in order to be able to send it to so many people at one time. Then you've taken a bunch of tones out twice. So you could begin to get like a tinny sound. You're losing a lot of mid-range. You're losing some of the depth of the bass to where it's not gonna like hit as hard and stuff. So that's why I say try to send in the best thing, because I want it to sound the best for us, because I want us to present it the right way. But I also want the art to come across the right way. And when you listen to an MP3 yourself, you're gonna hear it fine. It's designed that way. But when I'm rebroadcasting the MP3 out and it's being compressed a second time, that's when you start running into issues that you wouldn't experience as a user. So a lot of times people are like, well, the MP3 sounds perfect. It sounds like the CD. Yeah, that's the whole fucking point. But when you're trying to broadcast it out again, and then there's a whole nother process. Same as when you send them to Spotify and your distributor. They also don't want you to send MP3s. You can, but they have a whole process. When you send it to them, they have a mastering process that levels it out so that when people are on Spotify or iTunes listening to a song and yours comes on, it's not like 5 decibels higher. So every time, no matter what your work is, it's being processed. So send the highest and biggest file you can, even with your album art. Send me the biggest file you can so that when I shrink it down and I'm editing it, or if I need to do something with it to do some marketing with it, that I have a high quality file that's not being distorted. Make it easy for us people that really care about you, man. Because like I'm working hard for this shit. So like when you send me a good product, then I can do big things with it.
Hell yeah. That's crazy.
I know we're getting a little long in the
Oh yeah,
tooth
my
here.
bad. Sorry.
No.
It's cool.
I want you to have your chance to you know what I mean. That's why we
Yeah,
have you
man.
here, man. But
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
were also I kind of wanted to know in case nobody else had thought about it. But I see you do a lot of stuff with 6 Feet Deep. You like to rep them.
Yep.
Underground Holics, dope. They're friends of the show. We love those guys. Aaron's
Yep.
fucking dope. All the boys over there, fucking, Holly's fucking dope. She's helped me with some of the stuff with Restream.
Hell yeah.
Great bunch of people, man. And like, dude, the fucking artists over there are all dope. Freak is fucking awesome.
Fact.
Baby Tooth Killers, like all the fucking dudes. But what I was getting at is I know you do a lot. You rep them guys, and like what got you there, man? Like what set you on that path of being part of that?
Dope Stick. Being part of Dope Stick 6. Or no, Dope Stick 5, my bad. When I was there at Dope Stick 5, I had met Aaron a couple times before that at Shamrock Inn in Baltimore, but we didn't really like kick it that much until Dope Stick. And then it was just so much fun. And then like there was rain, so there were times that you would be in a tent, like everybody was scurrying under a tent. So like there were times that you were close to somebody that you might not always talk to, and I got to be under a tent. Aaron was trying to get around, and he needed a J roll. He's like, bro, I don't have any fucking time to do this. The goddamn generator stopped working because this is Dope 65. They had 2 generators. They had to go get another one because the first one couldn't handle the system. They couldn't handle the speakers, and so I ended up rolling him a J, and that's how we became cool. Unfortunately, I did a really shit job of that J that day, but
Couldn't have
but we
done
did
that
become
bad
friends.
if y'all become buddies.
Yeah, that's
That's what's
true.
up.
That's true.
It might have just been though, like you said, it was raining. He couldn't get it fucking
Yeah,
done. But just the fact you got
right,
it done for him.
right. He
Yeah.
still appreciated it. But now I've learned how to roll these cones, and I like to do that because if you pack them, like you never get it too airy. I hate when I spend so much time rolling a J and then I try to smoke it, and then it's like halfway through it becomes like shit. So now I
Yeah.
just make these cones every time,
Cones,
drop the
are
bud
those
in there,
those
and
raw
pack that shit.
cones?
They're not. I'm making it. So
Oh,
I take.
dope.
I'm because it costs too much to get them all the time. So I just get
Yeah.
these, and
Yeah.
then I make a filter with these, the raw filter joint,
Nice.
and then I put it at an angle, get it on here, and then it's gonna go
You just do a
like
bunch
this.
at once, or you just do it for every joint you
Nah,
roll?
every time, but
Yeah.
it's way less stressful for me because I was getting really stressed out because smoking is what I use because I have anxiety and I'm actually autistic too. So like it really helps me relax and focus on what I'm doing like when I'm writing code and stuff. So it would become stressful like rolling the J's when I had to keep rolling them. So now yeah, I just do this. I get the
Yeah.
cone. All I gotta
I
do
know
is
what you're
scoop it
talking
up.
about that motherfucking. I bought a pack of cones the other day. It was like fucking
Yeah,
3. Only goddamn fucking 3 in the fucking
yeah.
pack. I know what
Yeah,
you
that's
mean, dude. For
bullshit,
like
bro.
fucking $6 or whatever I'm fucking paying. I don't even
Yeah.
fucking know.
Yeah, and I'm
They
like,
all
just because a
came with the
machine.
stick. That was convenient, but
Yeah,
3.
that's why I have it because I did the same shit. That's where this is from. I
Yeah,
use that
that's
motherfucker
funny.
with my own now.
Yeah, because it's like I love the cone, I love it, and then yeah, man, when you buy them like that, you're right, dude. That's highway
Yeah,
robbery for real. Because
hell
I
yeah.
ended up the rest of it, I didn't have no papers because I only bought cones, so I had to get out the foil,
Yep.
go
Oh yeah, I've done
90s
that.
Foil.
and make a
I did
foil
that.
pipe
Yeah,
or
when I
the
lived in
apple.
Motel 6, when I one of the times I was homeless, I ended up living in a Motel 6 and I built that's the only thing they had at the front desk was foil, bro.
Yeah,
They
bro,
had
I'm
no
a pro at
papers or
them foil
nothing.
pipes. I use a pen.
Yeah.
You put a pen in there, and you can get the tube. Just I don't even need to, bro.
Yep,
I just
that's
roll
what
the
I
son of
do.
it.
But I did
The
the same thing
pen,
though. I used to use the pin trick, and then I would do the
yep,
same thing. Get a
and then
Pepsi
bend it.
bottle. Yeah, and if you get the Pepsi bottle, you could put the
Stick
pin
it
in the
in there.
side, get some bubble gum. You wrap that
Yes.
around, it seals that off, bro. You got the bong, bro.
Bro,
So
I
my
know.
hotel living was great.
Yeah,
I guess
dude.
I've been
Yeah.
using foil the wrong way. We used to put it in there and then you cook it and you put the straw in your mouth or whatever.
That's a different type of thing, but hey,
That
that's some
ain't weed,
different shit.
baby. That ain't weed. Hell yeah.
I
I've done that
guess we're
too.
doing it wrong.
Yeah.
He said, I never rolled the foil up. I laid it flat.
Flat earther over here.
Yeah. Everybody. I had the fire under it. I
Oh
don't understand.
man, that's
I used it
hilarious.
like a
Wow.
little. I used it like a little hot top, little griddle or
Yeah.
whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I seen it
I
done.
know all about that one, baby.
Yeah, I seen it done. I seen it done.
I walked up on it. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
funny,
Katie's
man.
old lady. She remembers the good old soda bottle.
Yeah, where you poke.
Yeah. Oh
You
hell
do it
yeah.
both. You do it both ways. You put the foil in the top of the bottle, or you can lay the bottle sideways, which is what we
Yeah.
would usually do, and then poke little holes in the top, and then hit
But
from the side.
now we got this here. This motherfucker right here, bro.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
what was
that's
that
the
one?
one
Them
you
you little
flip,
flip?
right? Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
flip
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
badass.
yeah,
Oh, look at
man.
this
These
dad
joints.
kid over here.
Fucking
Oh
dad
hell
kid,
yeah,
but
bro.
he's like, just in
Yeah.
case you didn't get high enough, smoke some of these fucking oils.
Yeah, smoke
Yeah,
some
man.
dabs.
So this
That's
thing,
sick
like,
to. That's sick to just. I like technology, man. I like that I could walk around anywhere and just smoke, and people smell it, and they're like, "Oh, that smells. What kind of vape is that? It smells fruity." And I'm like, "Yeah, fruity tooty, baby." And I just love how like I wish when I was a kid, you know what I mean? It's
there
great.
you go.
I love
feel
how
you,
accessible weed is these days. I love that.
But anyways, like the
Anyway,
thing like we were talking about with 6 feet deep, and you can tell your boys. I mean, fucking
oh,
Freak
shit.
jumped in here like it was like a coincidence.
Look at
He
that. Look
jumps
at
in.
that tilt.
It's
Sorry.
dope that you guys all share each other, you know, so much love, and that's why I
Right.
said is I wanted them to make sure that I touch base on the fact that those guys over there are dope as fuck,
Whoa.
and the undergroundaholics are fucking dope. And if you're
Fuck
not
yeah, dude.
here, then you should be there, and if you're here anyways, you should still be over there. How's that sound, huh?
Facts, bro.
Look at
Facts, man.
look at all this goddamn smoke. And so when you put it at the bottom, now it's gonna go up. Is this right?
Yeah.
What I'm
It
watching?
presses the smoke out.
And then it
presses the
builds
smoke out.
up, and then you rotate it, and then do it again.
Yeah, until
That
it
is so
burns all the bud
sick.
out. Otherwise,
Until
you
it
waste
burns.
it. So
Oh,
you got to just
that's
do
so
it all.
cool. That is
That's why
neato.
I only usually would have people. I usually
Yeah.
won't do it myself. And
Because
then
you're gonna run the bowl, right? Like it's gonna run the bowl straight
I
up.
thought he was gonna be a professional, and then he just literally started calling.
Nah, man, he's going next
Yeah.
level. Look, you gotta. Oh my goodness, that is
Yeah,
sick.
I had to.
Is that so you
So-
can butt chug it?
Yeah, yeah. Let me show you how you get. It's like no.
Just plug in and just
Yeah, plug it in, plug it in.
Oh my god, man.
That Glade freshener, baby.
That's a good idea though, for real, man. They should get those at Mom's. You could put it
I think
in
they
and
got them at Mom's.
that'd be
They
awesome,
got
dude.
you. They got you, bro.
Hey,
got
you know what'd
fucking
be even better?
pizza.
Is if like
got
you got
pizza.
that at your house and you do a butt plug and then some dumbass walks up after you and they're like, "Hey man, let me take a rip," and you're like, "Go for it, bro."
Oh no.
I gotta put
That'd
my
be
smoking
horrible.
face on.
They just take
Yeah.
a fucking rip.
Yeah,
It's,
right after you ass rip that motherfucker. Hell yeah, got him.
they get
Oh
pink
my
eye
God.
and shit, dude. Just fucking their eyes are just.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, they'd be like, "This is salty." Oh my god, dude. That's fucked
But yeah, I
up.
mean, as you can see, like, you know, I do smoke a lot, but I can still handle my work and stuff. I'm talking intelligible for everybody out there that thinks, you know, that me being a pothead affects my business. It does not. Actually, it
I
makes me
agree.
better because I can't focus very well without pot.
Yeah,
My
I got a
mind's
lot
all
of
over
mental
the place.
problems too, man. I got a lot of I got them. You know, I'm diagnosed and shit. And I haven't drank in 2.5 years, but I smoke weed so fucking much that like
Yeah,
I'm high more of the day than I'm not high, if that makes
me
sense.
too. I kind of have to
Including
be.
sleep. Because
Yeah,
I'm high the rest of it. I'm high. I literally, it's not, I don't really get high. It's just like,
I don't either. Yeah,
it's just something I do that helps accelerate and help and accentuate who I am and knock out a lot of the problems of who I am too. You
yeah,
know what I
man.
mean?
Speaking of that
I mean,
new shit from Wampy, look at what he's got
Yeah.
on right now. Fucking Gilman.
Oh, there it
right
is.
there.
Yeah,
hell
boy.
yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, see, he brought it out. I knew I seen like a little chunk of it on your Facebook.
My
Awesome, dude.
my old man face was bothering me, so I just switched into the realness.
The real
That's
me.
I like that right there, bro. That shit's dope. I definitely can't wait to get like one of those ones, and I want to wear it at Dope Sick. You know what I mean? Where my homies are that have the mask up
Okay. I
most
know
of
we're
the time.
bringing Phil out to Dope Sick, my creator, so you guys will be
Yeah,
able to shake hands. And he don't have any
dope.
kids. I'd say kiss babies, but
Yeah, well, I have kids. I'll be out there with my daughter.
hell yeah.
Yeah. So there's
Hell
there's a
yeah.
there's a lot of guys out there. Like you see what his guy did. Tom is the guy that I mean, Tom did mine. A lot of the other artists from the thing have painted masks for me as well.
Yeah,
Like I'll have to show you sometime, but I have
yeah,
like 14 or 15 variants of this that I've had all the artists paint on top of mine. So like it's there's a lot of stuff that I mean there's guys like what Dead Camp and them stuff. They all use what's his name? Sam Beal. He's really dope, man. That dude makes some pretty dope shit.
okay.
He does like Doc Gruesome stuff and everything like
Oh,
that
okay,
too.
okay,
So
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I've seen some of his masks.
there's a lot of guys out there that are just fucking killing it. My buddy Jeff Wiggins, he started doing his own mask thing. A lot of his shit's fresh that he's got coming out, man. Like Haunting Faces is Haunted Faces or man, I know I'm fucking
It's
hacking it.
haunted.
Haunted Faces, yeah, he's got a
You talking
fucking
about Jeff
great name.
Wiggins?
Yeah, dude, he's
Yeah,
fucking
it's haunted faces. I think I was
yeah.
just thinking about that. I was like, I know that dude. He's a beast. Yeah.
Yeah. He's I talked to him quite a bit, man. He's fucking he's newer in the game. So some of his stuff, he's really just trying to get it out there. But I
Yeah,
mean, he just launched his fucking site. He's a fucking dope dude. His paintings getting better. Like there's a lot of guys out there. It's kind of like you were saying with the music.
yeah,
I'm open opportunity for sharing these guys' stuff, whether it's music
absolutely, bro.
or the mask stuff or anything, man. And I'll tell you right now, we've had Donald Brown on here. He's a dope dude.
Yeah,
He's a dude that does all the wood. He does
yep, I
all the
know him.
wood
I met
sign.
him at Dope Stick.
Yeah,
Yep,
Donald's fucking dope.
hell yeah.
So you know, we have everybody, man. We're equal opportunity here, man. If you have some stuff
We
that
got a
you want to
goddamn
get out
chef
there,
coming on in a couple weeks.
fucking
That's dope as fuck.
Chefalo, baby. He's gonna
Chef
cook.
hello, baby.
Chef
Yeah,
Hello. That's dope
He's
as hell,
serious
bro.
about it. I was just talking to him the other day, just trying to spit some ideas at him about like, have you ever thought about like maybe cooking at a show? If you could somehow like get in with the vendors and like, like how people sell merch, like you could sell like fucking meals.
Yeah,
tacos or
And
something.
yeah,
Fucking
he could get a
meatloaf.
food
Yeah,
hell
truck.
yeah,
We were
bro.
talking about how he would have to get a food truck.
you're just up there serving fucking Fago flavored
It would be
meatloaf with
cool. That would
Oh
be
yeah, I
dope,
forgot.
dude. Like, he
cotton
could have a
candy
cookbook.
meatloaf.
My daughter brought me this while we were on the pod. So you guys seen the last pod? I had 2 cameras now.
Yeah.
So we just got this one because right now, like I'm gonna after we get off here, I'm gonna go on live, but I'm gonna point that camera at this so you guys can see me like
I can see
actually
you
Nice.
scratching and
doing
shit.
the wikis. You know what I
Wicka,
mean?
wicka.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
dope,
gonna be
man.
cool because I'm gonna have this camera. Well, probably over there, but regardless, but I'm gonna have one pointed at the tables, man. I can't wait to do that. But Facebook, they kick me off a lot. So I've been going on Twitch and Kick. So,
Damn,
but I'll
Joel on Facebook, not to cut you off. He's got a good one right here. Say you hadn't smoked in days, and a midget offers you to hit a butt plug bong straight out of their ass. Would you do it?
is she hot?
Is this a he
Hey,
or a
man.
she?
Who even
Uh,
said if it's a he or a she? It's just said a
Yeah.
midget.
oh, they.
My immediate
Okay.
thought is yes. So I'm just
My
gonna go with
immediate
my
thought,
immediate thought.
I was thinking yes. I
I'll
was
wipe
thinking
it
yes.
off. I'll wipe it
Yeah, for
off.
sure, for
It's
sure. I'll
like
wipe
I'll
if
it
just
off
he
do
with
was
the
the
just
shirt,
fucking.
with my
like
shirt.
spit on the corner of the shirt, just wipe it off real
Yeah.
quick. Like, are we
Good
good?
enough for
We
me.
good.
And
Yeah.
and then and you could even take your hand and like hold the tube like that. And if you did it
Right.
right, you could probably get enough smoke out that, you know, it might take,
Facts,
you
bro.
weigh some, but fuck it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's not gonna smell good, but you're gonna be all right.
That's what I would do, so I don't have to lip the,
Right.
Yeah,
Facts,
I
bro.
would just
Facts.
fucking lip it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Or just cut some, you know, there's a lot of ways, man.
I look
There
right
is,
in
bro.
the
I would
eyes.
do
never
it.
I
know.
go,
Right up in that thing. I
Yeah,
put
he's
it
like, I'm
back.
not.
I put it back up the motherfucker's ass, and then just
yeah, when
like
you're
Yeah.
done,
fresh shit.
and
Gives
I
a new
put it
meaning
back
to I'm
in when
not
I'm
scared of
done.
shit.
You put it back in when you're done. What if he farted and like filled it in the bowl? What if like he farted and then it filled
Oh
it and
no.
there's nothing in the bowl? So you're like, how's there
You just
smoke? There's
light the
nothing in the
fart.
bowl. And then you like inhale the fart instead, like spit it. You're all spitting it like this shit tastes like ass. This show is
Oh my
crazy.
god.
It's getting to
This
be that
show.
time of the show, though, for sure. And what I mean by that is you need to plug those fucking gloves, Rand.
So Whipstick wears these and so should you. They're badtouchsupply.com. They're really dope. I like wearing them. Here's the reality. Whenever you go out and you're wearing, say you're like, oh, I'm going to look cool today. You don't look cool enough without these motherfuckers. You're going to do some business in these motherfuckers. These don't leave fingerprints. They only leave the Bad Touch logo. So if you strangle the motherfucker's neck, you're good to go. If you go to badtouchsupply.com and use code Whipstick at checkout, you get 10% off. And then he gets, I couldn't imagine it's much, but he gets to know that like, hey, people like these gloves that I promote. So fucking buy them.
Hell yeah.
And what do you got going on, 3X? What do you got to share with everybody? Tell somebody. Shout them out.
So, all right. So right now, the main thing I'm working on is doing mixing and mastering. $35. You know what I mean, to get you a basic mix and master. I'm not saying I'm the best one out here, but if you have your music and you're trying to take it to the next level, and you don't have $150 to mess with some of the top tier guys, I can get you a sound that's good enough to get that shit on Spotify and iTunes, and you could, you know, you'll be in line with the guys that are paying the top tier stuff. You know what I mean? It won't sound like you're out of place. So that's the main thing I'm working on right now, is trying to get that done. And then we have the Sky Virtual Cipher. That's $3 to get in. That's gonna be dope. So it has to be, you have to have access to a studio or access to like, you know, studio equipment, and also like a wall that's like one color, because we need you to shoot a video of yourself spitting your bars. It's 8 to 16 bars. We're gonna put the video together. We need producers to submit beats, because we're gonna do a thing where the beats get selected, and whatever beat wins, that's what the cipher is going to be on. And then so like everybody, the only reason we're charging the $3 is because I want people that are serious, that are going to come back and do it. Obviously $36 is not enough to pay for me getting a video edited and it mixed and mastered, but I do want people that actually care, and I feel like $3 isn't too much, but enough that you don't want to waste it. So, and I'm 3HD Spitz, so it made sense.
Yeah.
What about that fucking initiative you had there? You want to shout that out too? Let us know what's going on with that. We're that part of the show, brother.
Hell yeah. So VHSI, Vocational Homeless Shelter Initiative. So right now, the next thing we're doing is we're working with Ikewear 36. It's a local clothing brand. I should be wearing it right now, but I'm not. But Ikewear 36, the Hill District. Actually, I do have one thing from them, and we're doing a kids' day up here at the park. We're getting a permit. This is from Ikewear right here, Hill District. We're getting a permit for the park here, and we're gonna get a bouncy house, bubbles. We're getting an art cart to come out here to do face painting and everything for the kids, for the local community, and also we're trying to get some local people to come together to go around with those little poker sticks and the trash cans on the little pulley thing. I don't know what they're called, my bad, but so we can just clean up the neighborhood and stuff like that. So
I don't know what those are called either.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Called? The sticks.
I don't know.
With the fucking circle at the bottom,
yeah,
and you pick shit up.
Right. Because I know, like, I'm not trying to ask people to pick stuff up with your bare hands, but we could clean up our own community. It shouldn't be like this, you know what I mean?
They threw it on the ground, they can pick it up.
Yeah, we're gonna find who did it. We're gonna stalk down who threw this shit.
Well, I think, you know, if we get the community to help clean up the community, it might be more like that. It's like, bro, who the fuck? Yo, we clean.
Well, plus the motherfuckers
up,
who did it probably see y'all out there. You feel me?
Clean
and
up
then they'll
your trash,
feel
or I will
guilty.
kill you.
Right.
or
And that would
you
be
could
another
die.
thing I'd like to do is put trash cans in the community. But the problem is the city won't always pick them up. But if we could
Right.
work with the trash company, I bet I could. I bet I could work with them. Because with Donnie Kite, the guy that owns Ikewear, the one I'm working with the clothing company, he knows a lot of the city people. So I'll talk to him and see if there's way we can get a meeting with the waste management, or well, it's not waste management here, but whatever the city trash is, you know what I mean, and see if we put like so many trash cans on each block, where you guys just pick it up with the trash that you normally do, at least, you know what I mean? And then the kids and
Oh
stuff
yeah.
at least could have a place to throw stuff away. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck about their neighborhood because we have a shitty neighborhood kind of, but like we really don't. It's just we don't appreciate it and we should.
Oh yeah.
All right, boys, it's that time of the show when the old harvester goes off the fucking rails. Ha ha! Oh man, here we go. If you guys haven't been paying attention, you're gonna want to get over to our homie 3XG's page. It's called SkyV. That's skyv.xyz. You're gonna get over there, you're gonna go through, you're gonna fucking peruse, you're gonna put that thing on continuous play, select some of your favorite artists, you're gonna run them fucking listens up, you know what I'm saying? And when you're done with that, maybe you hit him up and you talk about his community thing he's got going on. He's got a lot of shit, he's got a lot of stuff on the horizons. You're gonna maybe go over, maybe have him mix a couple of fucking things for you. Come on, help our guy help you. You know what
Help
I'm saying?
him.
Ah! And then, oh, look, here it is. Here it is. Get over there and do it. And then, if you weren't paying attention, right? If you've been fucking living under a rock, you're going to have to watch out because I'm going to make a post and we're going to give 2 fucking tickets away to the Dayton show. And if you win them tickets and you
Shit.
show up, you're going to go over and you're going to talk to fucking Wampy, right? And he's going to let you choose a fucking CD. That's free music twice. A fucking show and a CD. That's 2 times the fun, right? All right. Now let's talk about this. We're going to get your merch game on point. When you're not spending your money at Wampy's table or going over to the boys, because there's going to be a lot of merch at that show, you're going to go over and you're going to see our boys Rotten Flesh at horde-hub.com, okay? You're going to go over there and you're going to look through all their cool shit because they got tons of shit. We're going to stack this shit up, right? We're going to fucking fill it deep. And then when you're done over there buying some cool shit, you're going to swing by whysoevil.com and look at some of the grimiest fucking gear on the web. He's got fucking masks and he's got all sorts of shit. And we're just going to build it up. It doesn't matter if you got enough fucking room for it. We're going to stack it up. You're going to look like a fucking merch hoarder when we're done. All right. Yeah. And then you're going to swing over to dwnproductions.net because Tom, he's too cheap to buy the fucking .com. And I say it every week, but he still doesn't buy it. And you're going to look through some of his mask busts and props. He's got a fucking AI album that he might even have a couple of fucking spares kicking around. Won't you hit him up? Maybe buy one of those. They're fucking hilarious, Hey, and when we're done with that, we're gonna shoot over to fastcustomshirts.com and we're gonna go through. Buy everything on the whole left side of the fucking menu. Just fucking stack it deep. And then what you're gonna do is when you get all that shit in the mail, right? You're not even done. You're going to hit up our boy Cody Minix, a.k.a. Body Rot, one half of the Michigan Misfits, and get some of his fucking merch. And then maybe finally, when you're done there, you're going to fucking stack it deep. And we're going to climb up the fucking dresser, and we're going to fucking take a nosedive into that like Scrooge fucking McDuck. And that's what we're going to do.
Nice.
If I missed you,
fuck you.
I'm fucking off the rails. Look at this fucking guy right here.
SkyV, baby. SkyV, this will get you there.
Hit that up, brother. And like I said, I got a lot of stuff and I go off the rails a little bit. So if I missed you, I love you anyways.
I love it.
I'm very passionate. Just ask your mom.
We love it.
Kiss her too. I'm done. I'm done.
I wouldn't say I look forward to the end of the show every week, but I do enjoy your promotional material, Harvester. You're very good at it, and it's a classic moment of every week's episode, bro. They want to be the show without it.
Freestyle. It's like a freestyle rap to me, like because he just You know what I mean?
It's a
not
really
like
good
he wrote
promo
it.
every week, bro.
It's
I'm
dope.
not kissing your ass. I'm just being honest.
No,
Like, you
I
do a
just,
good
Yeah,
thing.
I'm
real
just got
shit,
a
bro.
passion for
Real
it, man.
shit.
I get fucking, I build up in my feels about it all fucking episode, and
I believe
Yeah.
I feel your energy over here, and I want to fucking let everybody know, you know. And I
a
try to,
release.
yeah, I try to like, and you know what else? I forgot them, and I've fucking been talking about them all fucking episode. Fucking Undergroundaholics, get the
Yeah,
fuck
man.
over there. Give 6 Feet Deep a fucking, give them some
Hell yeah,
fucking
bro.
love.
6 feet deep, baby. That's my
Undergroundaholics.
management. That's my management team right there.
I want to
Hell
give
yeah.
everybody the love that shows. They show us the love. We're gonna give it right back.
Big
Yeah, man.
facts,
Fucking
baby.
all the homies over on Facebook that tune in, even though we're a bunch
The
of
Jump
fucking
Hunters
assholes.
page. Jump
Love
Hunters
the
over
Jump
there.
Hunters.
The
Fuck,
Shit,
man,
fucking
there's so
dope.
much. There's so much, dude. There's so much.
I did
And I
my
Dope.
first
apologize if I missed you.
I did my first listening party with Aaron before I got linked up with you guys. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
that's
Like,
dope,
Aaron's
man.
the homie. Like, I love that guy.
Hell yeah. Facts, bro.
All I gotta say is just know Papa Harvester loves y'all.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
And on that one, I think it's about fucking time for us to get out of here. I'll tell you what, 3XG, I'll be watching out for your thing. I'm gonna make this post, and everybody have a fucking killer night.
Thank you, man. Peace and positive vibes, everybody. Go achieve your dreams, man.